I'm Mark Turner with Premier Food Service Group, and I'm here with Carl Cressy from Halton Hoods. Carl, for people who may not be familiar with Halton, can you give us a little bit of the history and tell us how Halton got where they are today?
Yeah. So Halton is a family-owned company based out of Helsinki, Finland. We started back in 1969. A gentleman by the name of Seppo Haltunen started in his garage making a specialty flow control damper for HVAC applications, and we've grown currently to we're over 1,900 personnel in 35 countries globally, and
Wow.
a couple of different divisions. We have food service, indoors, commercial buildings, marine and heavy industry, as well as healthcare. So one of Zeppo's founding principles was diversification. Being next door to Russia, he wanted to make sure that we had a global platform to
Yeah.
build on, and it's no truer than what we're seeing in today's world. So
Yeah.
it's been a very interesting ride. We started here in the U.S. back in 1989. So
Okay, so definitely not new to the market and a pretty large company. I understand it's a little bit more of a specialty type hood. So was there one product in the portfolio that centers in on the ethos of the company, either a top seller or something that just, if you understand this product, you get what the company is about?
yeah, I think for us it all starts with in our food service division, our capture jet technology. Everything we do across all of our strategic business areas is based on improving that indoor environment. As humans, we spend 90% plus of our time indoors. So, Capture Jet is a high efficiency hood technology that uses a perimeter jet at the hood to help us reduce exhaust airflows, create a more comfortable kitchen, save energy. Designed for smaller mechanical systems, smaller fans, smaller ductwork, less tonnage, and all of the benefits that go along with that. So once again, just trying to create that safe, comfortable, productive indoor environment for all the staff in the kitchen.
Last but not least, is there anything that's coming down the pipeline or emerging in popularity that we should keep an eye out from Halton?
Yeah, we've got a couple of things. When we got into the control side of the business back in the early 2000s, we started working with Current Energy. They were a small box EMS manufacturer. They're now part of our Halton Global Services, but we've advanced that technology with the enhancements in the controller technology that's come over time. And our previous Marvel demand control platform is now our Safeguard IoT platform, and it incorporates a couple of additional features, including AirWatch and FireWatch, which help us improve indoor air conditions in the kitchen. With AirWatch, we'll not only look to vary the demand of the fan, but we'll also look at the air quality in that kitchen. We're not just sensing temperature, but we're looking at humidity, VOCs, particulate matter in three different sizes, so we can use that system to really help increase the air quality in the kitchen. Firewatch is a predictive fire warning system. We'll use the infrared index sensors in the hood, and if we see anomalies that could point to a potential fire condition, we'll start to alarm and alert the owner that, hey, there's something weird going on here. You might want to take a look over at hood 2. You got some flames that are potentially reaching a fire flash point.
Interesting.
And then lastly, Rico Air is a newer offering for Halton. Rico Air is not a new company. They've been in business in the UK since the early 2000s. But we started partnering with them overseas, and in 2019 got the licensee agreement for North America. So Rico Air it's a vertical pollution control tower that's mounted indoors, but on its own it carries the UL 710B listing for recirculating. So it allows us to pair that tower with one of our capture jet hoods and create what looks to be a very traditional hood system, but it's actually 100% recirculating. So if you absolutely can't get duct out of a building, we've got some solutions that would mirror what we would look to as much more of a traditional hood system. One caveat, the equipment must be electric. We can't recirculate byproducts of combustion. And then lastly, it comes in three sizes: 1900, 2550, and 3800 CFM. So out of that larger tower, we can get up to close to 18, 20 foot of hood to pair with that
So it's
CFM
a
value.
pre-sized, pre-configured ductless hood system, so a consultant could put that in and then decide what electric equipment goes in underneath it.
Well, we actually would start with the equipment,
Okay,
and then engineer the hood to figure out what the CFM is, and then pair it with the appropriate tower. But yes, exactly, and it recirculating it cleans the air, but it doesn't take the heat out. So we need to work closely with the MEP team to let them know, hey, we need to add a 2.4 tons of air conditioning or whatever it is
sure.
based on the load underneath. But if you absolutely can't get duct out of a building, it's a very unique solution that looks much like a traditional hood system.
This is a tiny bit unrelated, but I heard the other day that more people lived in the state of Alabama than in the state of Florida prior to the invention of air conditioning. So we've gone from you can't even live in Florida to now everybody lives in Florida, and now we're figuring out how to do ducting without ducting inside of high-rise buildings thanks to technology and innovation. So it's cool to hear where we're headed with stuff like that, and we're proud to be a part of Halton spread that message. So,
Yep,
Carl, thank you
yep.
for the time today. That covered the basics of everything I wanted to ask, and we'll hopefully do a lot more of these in the future.
Sounds good, Mark. Appreciate it much.